anybody can take the platform for this quick introduction. It is just to give us, to create the network. Definitely, this community is about networking and sharing ideas. So, if you don't mind, anybody can unmute him or herself, and then just give us a quick intro so we know the attendees joining, and we give ourselves some good networks. So I see Solomon. Solomon, your mic is enabled, so you can unmute yourself and give us a brief overview of what you do, and then what you're expecting from this section. Okay.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, all right. So I'm Solomon Gamo.
Oh, okay.
I'm accounts payable with Densu Ghana Limited.
Wow. All right. Nice to meet you, Solomon. Okay, so do you have a system like Dynamics in your environment?
Yes, we're using the Navision.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay, that's good. That's good. Welcome, Solomon. So who else is on the line? We have Azuma. Azuma, can you give us, your mic is enabled now, so you can unmute yourself and give us some quick overview of what you do, just like Solomon did, if you don't mind. Okay. Hello, Azuma. Okay, so we move to Kole. I see Kole. Yeah, Kole Killer, if I'm right. Okay, Azuma wants to talk, so please let's hear you.
Okay. Azuma. I'm Idini. I'm actually a friend of Tanik. So when she invited me, I said, let me come and join and hear, how things are working in your dynamics world. I'm a
Oh,
project manager by training.
oh, okay, great, great to have you join our section. Yeah, very, very much welcome. Okay, thank you very much. We have John. John, if you can hear me, you can unmute yourself and then give us a quick overview. Okay, John, can you hear me? Okay, so we can move to Kweku Ukraine. Yes, Kweku Ukraine, you just joined us. Can you give us a brief, intro of yourself and what you do and what you're expecting from this section, if you can hear me? Okay. I also see Sarah. Sarah, can you hear me?
So
Okay.
yes, I can hear you.
All right. Okay. So here is Microsoft User Group Ghana. We are pleased to have you. We want a quick, brief, just a brief bio about yourself and what you do, so we can network well. If you don't mind, you can share us some info about yourself.
Yes, of course. Thank you. So I am from Portugal. I work as a consultant for solutions. I am a project manager. I use Microsoft Dynamics. I saw this announcement on LinkedIn. I know Lady Rosalie, so I got curious and I registered myself to assist your presentation. So I can show you.
Okay, very, very well. Thank you. Regards to our brothers and sisters in Portugal. Yes, it's a pleasure to have you join us. We appreciate you the most. Yes, so I think that we are ahead. I think it's 3-8. So I would like to officially start the section. So we listen to our August speakers. Yes, so starting with Lady Ruth, if I start, it looks like your camera, can it be better? Looking a little bit blur. We don't mind, yes, just the presentation.
Is it dark?
I think it looks
Is it
dark?
dark?
It's
Blurred.
maybe,
That's dark.
eh?
I think it's blurred.
It's blurred.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
If you have any needs, you can just wipe the camera. Sometimes they get dirty. So
It's better, eh?
yes, so
Okay,
just
let's see.
some needs. Yes. So that's you get it clearer. Okay. Uh, Maybe we will manage. I know we are a bit far from the center of Accra, so sometimes I don't know if there's a internet going into it. So yes, welcome everybody. We are pleased to have you join us. Here is Microsoft User Group Ghana. We are into Microsoft oriented events. We do organize monthly events on all Microsoft technology. Once again, it's a pleasure to join us. We are very honored today to have our August ladies rocking the stage. And we love to see our ladies rock the stage. So without wasting much time, I would like to welcome you all to Microsoft Dynamics Bootcamp, Accra, Ghana 2022. And it is a pleasure for me to introduce our very own speaker, Lady Roots, who will be taking the center stage in about a couple of minutes. And our very august and honored speaker as well, Tanik Williams, who will take the second slot for this section. Yes, once the section commences, if you have any question, you can put it in the chat box. The Q&A is also enabled any which way you want. Yeah. Kindly feel free and drop your questions. We are here to learn, we are here to share, and we are here to network. So without wasting much time, I'll give the honor to our Lady Ruth Ali to take the stage. Thank you very much, and I hope you have a nice section. Lady Ruth, the stage is yours.
Yeah. Okay, wonderful. Thank you so much. A good afternoon to everybody. Kindly confirm if you can see my screen. If you can see my screen, is it up?
Yes.
Yes, we can.
Wonderful. Okay,
Yes.
So thank you, Ernest, and good afternoon once again, and warm welcome to all of us. It's an honor, it's a privilege to be in this seat to join Microsoft User Group Ghana. And I want to say thank you to the organizers for allowing me and my colleague Tanik to have this presentation to all of you. So this afternoon, we are going to look at the three-way matching concept. And the plan is that we're going to discuss it briefly, the overview of it, the overview of the concept, and then after which my colleague is going to take us through a demo. Okay, so we are going to have a walkthrough of your favorite ERP, and we'll see how the three-way matching concept can be enabled or activated or processed within that. Sorry, a minute. Okay. So let's just get started. Let's get to know ourselves. My name is Lady Ruth Ali. I'm a chartered accountant, and I have over 15 years experience as a Microsoft certified professional. Over the years, I have done various implementation with the Microsoft business applications. Okay. And in my spare time, that is when I am not when I'm not doing ERP, I enjoy being a mother of three wonderful soldiers, a wife and an employeepreneur. You know, these days, those of us who are employees and who are also having side jobs on this by the side, we call ourselves employeepreneurs. So it's fun doing that also in my spare time. I try to promote made in Ghana fabric. Okay, so that's just a little bit about myself. And today I have in my company a very wonderful woman, by name Tanik. So I'll let my co-speaker also introduce herself, and then we'll take the discussion from there.
Thank you, Ruth. Okay, so I'm Tanique Williams. I'm based in the UK, and I am a Microsoft certified professional as well, predominantly in the ERP space and also Power Platform. I've been in IT for maybe 15 years, but in the ERP space for 3. I currently work for a partner in the UK, HCL Technologies. I am a mother, wife, and not an employee as yet, but the goal is there. So thanks for having me today. And I do hope from this session you leave feeling revived, knowing something that you didn't before with regards to the product. So thanks again for having me.
Wonderful. So would like you to connect with us. We enjoy, connecting with one another. So would like you to connect with us. These are Twitter and LinkedIn handles. Please feel free anytime, either myself or Tanik, on any aspect that you would want to discuss further, even after this presentation. Kindly feel free to connect with us. And I would want to ask that we take just about 2 minutes to tweet that we are live. So please take out your phones, do this with me just for about 2 minutes. Let's tweet that we are live. Those of us on Twitter, we can tweet that we are live. Those of us on LinkedIn, the post is already there, so you can just share for others to know that we are live. And we use the Twitter handle MUG_GH. MUG_GH. Right, Ernest. Ernest, am I right?
Yes, please.
Okay. So Ernest, please watch the space in Twitter for me, and let's see how many people are tweeting right now.
All right, I'll do that.
Okay. Let's confirm that we are live. So you can say Microsoft Dynamics Bootcamp 2022 Accra, Ghana is live, and you tweet it. Anybody done that?
I'll do mine on LinkedIn. My Twitter is not loading.
Okay. Anybody? Once you're done, you can put in the chat area that successful, done, tweeted, anything. you know. Okay, so what's happening? Microsoft Dynamics Bootcamp 2022 Accra, Ghana is live. Then you do your hashtag MUG_GH. Wonderful. Tweet. Perfect. Are we there? So I want the whole globe to know that, yay, something is happening right here in Ghana. Awesome. Okay, so I think we can continue. Ernest, have you seen anybody's tweets yet?
Okay, sorry, I was on mute. Not yet, but we can go on. So I'll share the insights as we go on.
Good, wonderful. Okay, so thank you for for going on that journey with us. Okay, so this afternoon we want to discuss or look at how to cure the disease of blindly paying more than the agreed price, paying more than what you received. And we are hoping that by discussing the three-way matching concept, we'll be able to find a good cure for this kind of disease in our businesses. Okay. Now, the discussion, that's the three-way matching concept, is going to be centered around three main things. And these are what I call the pillars for this concept. They are the purchase order, goods receipts, and invoice. Okay. Now, a purchase order is an official document that you give to a seller for the sale of specific products or services to be delivered in the future. And usually there's an agreed price on the purchase order. So in effect, for example, you are telling the vendor or the supplier that I want 8 laptops, and you've both agreed that these 8 laptops should be supplied at, let's say, a price of 5,000 Ghana cedis. That's what the purchase order seeks to do. Okay. Then the second pillar is the goods receipts. And this proves that the business has received the goods that it ordered. So when the items are delivered, you usually would generate an internal receipt that the goods have been received. And then the last is your invoice. And the invoice is just a document. Sorry. Let me get this out of the way. So the invoice is a document or is a financial transaction between the buyer and then the seller. Now, the three-way matching concept is a verification process, okay, that is initiated before payment to ensure that whatever the company is going to pay for, that's on the supplier's invoice, have really been received and that they were really ordered for. So it seeks to connect these three pillars. That is the purchase order, the goods receipts, and the invoice. Okay, so it seeks to match them together. Now, this afternoon, what I'm trying to do is to explain the concept outside an ERP or outside an automated system. And then we would go into our favorite ERP and then see how our favorite ERP does the magic for us. So please stay with me and let's enjoy it together. Okay. Now I want us to look at some roles and duties within within this concept. That's the three-way matching concept. So we are looking at a manual process now. Okay. Now, even in the manual stage, we can see clearly that these three pillars, which I earlier mentioned, represent like 3 different departments within an organization or in a business. So the first department is procurement or your purchasing department. And procurement usually will generate the purchase order for your vendors. Now, if we should, let's say, go a little forward before the purchase order, we realize that requesting department or other department outside procurement would put in requests of various things that they need. Okay. Now you could have a form of, let's say, a way of requesting from items from the warehouse. So items that are kept in store, we would have that form of request to the store. But where the store doesn't have it, then they would raise a purchase requisition in quotes, or they would request procurement to do the purchases on their behalf. Some other times you could have the user department also, requesting for a purchase of some kind, whether a good or service on their behalf. Now, these requests or purchase requisitions from user department will end up with the procurement department or the purchasing department. And within the purchasing department, they would have approved vendor list. Okay, they would have product catalog. They would also have approved vendor list. And then they would now solicit for quotation from these vendors. and based on their internal procedures or policies, they will decide, let's go with vendor A or let's go with vendor B. Probably the price of vendor A is much cheaper, or probably the vendor B will supply us those items that we need faster than the other vendors that they considered. So after that process, the procurement department will now issue out a purchase order to the vendor. So on that purchase order, you would have the product or good to be supplied, you would have the unit price of the item, and then you would have the quantity of the goods to be supplied. So you have the kind of product, the quantity, and then the unit price, which would in fact be total to the net amount on that purchase order. So the purchase order then goes out to the vendor. Okay, now when the vendor brings in or delivers the item, so let's say for instance, or for example, procurement is ordering 10 laptops from any of the big companies we have around, and they finally deliver the laptops. Now, they will not deliver the laptops to procurement. It will go to a warehouse. It will go to a store manager. So there's another person, another department that would come into the picture. And usually when they are delivering such items, they come with their own packing slips, the vendors or suppliers packing slips. Okay, so on the vendor's packing slip, usually it will be the specification of the product and quantity. Okay, so the warehouse manager or officer will then generate an internal document that I received 5 laptops of this specification, or I received all 10 laptops of this specification. And that internal document, which the warehouse manager generates, is known as the goods receipt note. Okay, now after that, the general manager would also sign on that packing slip that the vendor brought, and he may keep a copy and give another copy to the driver who delivered the product. So the driver will take it back to his office. That's the office of the vendor. And then the vendor will now generate an invoice for the company that based on what we supplied, this is the invoice for payment. So the invoice then comes to account payable or to the to the officer or manager or clerk in accounts payable to pay. Now, outside the system, you can imagine it means that the accounts payable person must be able to do a reconciliation with the warehouse manager to verify or confirm how many of the laptops that he received. And he must also be able to get in touch with the guy at procurement to even ask, did we order for this laptop at all in the first place? If yes, how many did we order for and how many did we receive? So that process of verification before the accounts payable would initiate a payment is what we term as the three-way matching concept. Okay. So at the end of the day, as I said earlier, your purchase order, which has the unit price, the quantity, and the net amount, okay, would reconcile with the product receipt, which usually would have just the quantity. And that would sum up into the invoice that the supplier brings. So once you are accepting to pay the supplier, then you are also saying that the unit price on that invoice is the same as the unit price on the purchase order or as agreed on the purchase order. And the quantity that has been supplied is confirmed by your product receipt note. And then you have your net amount or your total liability to the vendor. Okay, so that in a nutshell is what the three-way matching concepts is all about. And I would like us to look at some 3 uses of the concept. Now, the concept allows for consistency in verifying data across purchase order. Now, this use is very much seen when you have an ERP or when you are in your favorite ERP, which is Microsoft Dynamics 365. So when you have it automated, then the consistency is much appreciated in here. Now, it keeps a check on the items the businesses haven't ordered for purchase. So, for instance, if I ordered 10 laptops and we received 10 laptops, but on the invoice, in addition to the laptop, there is there is something else, in addition to the laptop on the invoice. Probably a toner. So let's say a toner, yes. Now, as you do this match, it will flag, it will highlight that no, on the purchase order, there wasn't a toner. And so it will call for further investigation. And after that investigation, at least accounts payable will know whether to pay for those items or not to pay for those items. So we are saying that goods, receipts, and invoices helps avoid overpayment. Then another use of it is also that it helps you track your open purchase orders. What I mean by open purchase orders is that when the vendor does not deliver fully, you have your purchase orders within the system as open. So at any point in time, you can refer and you can say that we ordered 5, however, 4 have been delivered, and so 1 is still pending. And when it comes to invoicing, you expect the vendor to invoice you on the quantity that has been delivered and the amount that was agreed upon. Okay, so that is the concept of three-way matching. Now, I would like to bring this concept into your favorite ERP. And your favorite ERP is Microsoft Dynamics 365. Now, for those who, let's say, those who don't understand the term ERP, ERP is Enterprise Resource Planning System. And within Microsoft, we have two main Dynamics 365 products. We have the Business Central, which is, you would say it's an upgrade of Navision, and you have Dynamics 365 FNO, Finance and Operations, which is an upgrade of AX. For the purposes of this presentation, we are sticking or going with Dynamics 365 FNO, and we are happy to have a chat with anybody on the call who isn't using Dynamics 365 after this session, because we believe that it is the go-to ERP. It is a one-stop ERP. As you can see, it has finance, marketing, commerce, field service, HR. You have customer insights, you have sales, customer service, you have supply chain management, and you have project service automation. And this architecture, as put together by Microsoft, is so powerful because we had CRM as on-prem, and then we had ERP. But now it's a combination of both CRM and your favorite ERP. And so it does more, it has more functionalities, and it's integrated to Office 365. As you can see here, you have Power BI to do those extensive, powerful analytics. And it's pretty amazing with the use of Power Apps, no code, low code, So Microsoft 365, Dynamics 365 is a go-to ERP. And I'm hoping that at the end of the entire presentation, when Tanik takes you through the demo, you'll be convinced about this product. So I would like to invite Tanik I'd like to invite Mrs. Williams now to take us through the demo of what we have discussed. But before she does that, if there are any questions regarding the concept so far, we would like to take it while she gets her screen ready to show us the demo or to take us through the process of how Dynamics 365 F&O handles the three-way matching concept. So any question, let me go to the chat box, see if we have anything here. Okay.
Not yet. Monitor. Yes. Not yet.
Good. Okay. So yes. So my dear, you can take over the screen. Let me stop sharing.
Thank you, Ruth, for that amazing presentation. Okay, no questions. I guess you've done so well that everyone understands what you're saying. So that's really good. All right. Okay. Please confirm when you can see my screen, everyone. Yeah.
Yes, it's up, my dear.
Okay, perfect. Okay. Due to bandwidth, I might switch my camera off so you can get a better experience if it does go out. Okay, but for now, so this is Microsoft Dynamics 365 for Finance and Operation, or FNSCM as it's so called. So this is what it's looked like. So this is our home screen. Okay, so and as Ruth kindly pointed out, what we'll be looking at today is mostly in the accounts payable module of the software. So we're going to go to our navigation pane, and we're going to be looking at accounts payable. So over here is all the modules that you've got access to within the ERP solution. So depending on what your business is and what is it that you're using the solution for. And now I'm going to be raising a purchase order, as Ruth kindly pointed out. So within any business, for the P2P process or the procure to pay process, you raise a purchase order, you receive that goods within your business, and you pay that invoice, or you look at the invoice, match it, and then you go to pay that invoice. So this is what I'm going to be taking you through right now. Okay. So I'm going to be raising a new PO. So this is maybe someone from, anyone in the department, HR department. You probably have a procurement website, a procurement portal. You'd go in and you'd raise a purchase order. I am going to select a vendor. Within ERP, your vendors are pre-configured, obviously based on the business requirements of the business. I am going to select Contoso Consulting. And as you can see, the boxes and the fields are automatically populated based on configuration. I am selecting a site, as in where we want these things to be delivered to. And then we select OK. So this should now populate our purchase order header, and then I'll populate the line. Okay. So this is what a purchase order looks like within Microsoft Dynamics 365 Finance and Operation. Product's already set up on the system, so I'm just going to go ahead and select a product. I'm going to select a laptop, for example. So the quantity of the said product here is there along with the unit price. So if we should say we are ordering 20 of these laptops, you can see via automatic calculation, the net price is also calculated. Okay. So now we've placed a purchase order, and we would like to, sorry, someone's not muted. Okay, so we have placed our purchase order, and now we'd like to receive that purchase order. The receiving department is going to do that for us. So that's gone out to the supplier, and they're like, okay, yes, we can supply these 20 laptops. They send it, on the trucks to our company. So we're going to receive those. Sorry, nope. I am going to confirm that, yes, these are what I want. Apologies there. My system is going through the motions too. Okay, great. So now I'm going to go to the Receive tab for the proceed. Okay, and yes, as you can see, we said we've ordered 20, but say, for example, if For some reason, the suppliers only sent us 20, I'm sorry, 10, excuse me. We can go ahead and change this here. And say, okay, you know what? Yes, we've actually received 10, but I'll do that. I'll, I'll put this through as in the nice and easy way to do things, but then I'll come back and show you how we could do that. So if we go 5, 6, 7, 8, we put a product receipt number on. So this would be from your business process, for example, and we click OK. Okay, as you can see, the status of the purchase order is changed to received. Okay, so that's a great thing. So now we can go to invoice. And obviously, this is not something that we do all in one day. For demo purposes, obviously, this is what we're doing. This is, within your business, if you're in the procure to pay process or if you work in the accounts payable department, this is not something that you'd go and do overall in one day because obviously it wouldn't happen so quick. So go to invoice. And the product receipt should push through based on obviously the number that we've just put in and generated. And as you can see, it is. Okay, so this is basically the invoice line that has come through. And with three-way matching, you can see, okay, based on the quantity that we ordered, which is 20, you can see it has passed here. The product receipt, it's passed. The price match, okay, which is 590. That was on the project purchase order, and also the total amount as passed. So that's basically confirmed that everything that we requested, it has passed, and you could go ahead and post this invoice and pay it if you're happy. Okay, so let's look at the matching details on the invoice here. So this is the greatest thing about the ERP system on the AP module. So as you can see, okay, for invoice, we've got the unit price of 590, the purchase order is 590. So everything on here is basically what we've ordered and what we wanted. Okay. Say, for example, if, I don't know, if the supplier sent us maybe 10 times of what we've ordered with regards to the laptop. We've ordered 50 laptops, for example, and we only want, and he sent 60. You can set a price tolerance or you can set a quantity tolerance on your system to say, okay, well, yes, we accept it or no. So that's the greatest thing about the ERP system here. As you can see, a tolerance of unit price is set, and also a percentage of total net is set here. Okay. Are there any questions so far with regards to what I've shown? Anything? Obviously, I know someone said they work on, is it Navision or GP? Sorry. Are there any questions? Does the system look similar to compared to what you work with? Was it Solomon? I'm not sure, but or is it Sylvester? Hi. You got a
Hi,
question?
Tony.
Hi.
Yes. Can you hear me?
Of course, yes.
Sure. A quick one. I
Yes.
believe you're talking about tolerance right now.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe depending on the tolerance that the company have set, is there an account, maybe an account code, or let me say a number series that holds all the tolerance that you have, maybe per auditing trail, in case you want to see how much have you tolerated on some of those bought stuff or invoice price and unit price, I mean. Like, is there an account that keeps all the data, all the records for the tolerance that has occurred through time? Is my question right?
I'm going to repeat it, and from my understanding of what you're asking if there is, for audit purposes, if there is an account to say, okay, from this supplier, okay, they've gone over the tolerance each time, or they've supplied more than what we've asked for. Is that what you're asking?
Exactly. Yes,
Okay.
please.
All right. So in Dynamics, I'm not sure. I'm sure there is, but off the top of my head, I know we can show actually. No, off the top of my head, I can't say yes to that question. I know we can, for example, show on like different vouchers what we've received on the day and stuff like that. But as to show how many times a set supplier has gone over the tolerance, I am not sure. But that is something I can actually get back to you on. I've never had that question before, so great question.
Sure, thanks.
Yeah. That got me thinking now. So thanks for that question. I'm not sure. Okay.
Okay, so yeah, and in addition to that, when you set up variance, when you're setting up the GL, his question about account is GL that he's referring to. So in the setup of the AP, yes, in the setup of the AP, you set up account for variances. So you could have that. It will not show you number of times, as in number 1, 2, 3, 4 times, but then cumulative wise, when you look at that GL account, you could have a story to say with the numbers in there. Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
I
I think
misinterpreted the
got
question then. Sorry.
it's fine. It's fine. Thanks, Ruth.
Okay. Welcome, boss.
Okay. So are there any more questions before I move on? No? Okay. So say, for example, I haven't posted this as yet. So obviously within D365, if you do post an invoice, then, obviously we can't do anything. I haven't posted this yet. So say, for example, I'm going to go back to our receipt. Purchase order. Receive. Okay, so say for some reason, okay, as you can see, so this is one that was done earlier. Hold on, let me cancel this. Bear with me, please. I'm going to pick up the one that I selected. There we go, at the bottom. That's more like it. So within here, you can see that we've received, or sorry, I did receive or 20 quantity of our laptops, right? What I wanted to show is that you can go in the system, show a product receipt. I hope this is populated now. The lines. Technology is great when it's working. Let me use this one. Let's open. Yeah, that one's not doing what I wanted to do, so apologies. Okay, so here we've got a quantity of 10. Okay, we're going to go to the product receipt. And say for some reason on here, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, we've got a quantity of 2. We can change that and say, okay, we actually receive 5. Come on. It's gone over the tolerance. Okay. I'm going to just raise a new purchase order. Sorry about this, guys. If you've done demo as a consultant, you know that these things happen.
They do happen.
So you just bear with me. So I'm just creating a new purchase order because I do want to show you this as a thing. Whereas if, for example, for some reason you've only got, okay, let's get rid of those. Okay. Get this laptop. Come on, populate. And say we've received 10, for example. You confirm this. And then I'm going to go receive this. This is just something I'm showing you what the system is able to do. Go to product receipt. And we go 3, 3, 3, 3, for example. Here, So for whatever reason, on the day, we've only received 5 of those laptops. Oh, come on. So you can see that we've got 5 remaining. Click OK.
Good.
That what this should do is should automatically update or invoice to say, okay, well, you know what? Based on the automation, go to invoice to say, okay, well, it's actually 5 that's receipted, so it should be based on automation. So there we go. Okay, and again, that has passed. Okay, so if for some reason, I don't know, next week you wanted to get another 5, we can go back to that purchase product receipt and add that 5. Can go back here. Here we can say, okay, you know what? All right, so we got another 3 then. Change this product receipt to save. When we go to our invoice, come on. Now, one thing with the ERP, because it's so big, can be quite cumbersome. Okay, so if we go and we match our product receipt. So as you can see, we've got the 2 receipts based on obviously what I've just done. So we've ordered 10 products. First we got 5, and then we got another receipt of 3. So the system is able to do that. And what we can do, we can consolidate these into one, as well as invoices. So if we go to match product receipts, come on,
So let's match.
they
Let's
match
just match
it.
online. Yeah.
Okay, so we've passed.
Good.
Okay. Not doing what I wanted to do, so apologies, guys. Come on. Okay, great. Now it's created another one. Bear with me, guys, please. I'm going to take us back to the invoice line.
Okay.
Come on. Okay, we received that. Thank you. There we go. Perfect. Okay. So there we go. Okay. All right. So, okay, so the system has passed all 3 lines, and I think I've shown you that based on the matching details, okay, earlier, where everything has passed. Okay, I wanted to show you where 1 has failed. So for example, we've got a price tolerance of 5. So if I should go on the invoice line, for example, and say, so that's 5%, and say I've changed this to, say, 4,000. For whatever reason, the supplier has decided, okay, you know what,